the BVIs. Been a fantastic 2 weeks here, catching up with some good friends, and now we're embarking on 800 miles together. I think it's our longest trip, just the two of us.
Yeah.
To Cartagena, and off the top of Colombia there we're expecting some rough weather, so it's going to be a fun trip and another interesting event.
And it's my birthday halfway across, so hopefully Adam's going to make me dinner or make me a cake.
Of course you're going to make a cake.
I've never been numb to your feelings. I've never been numb to your words.
So this is where we're heading from the British Virgin Islands up here down to Cartagena, Colombia, all the way down there. It's expected to take us about 4 days, and this is the weather that we have to look forward to. There's a little area just off the corner of Cartagena here that is notorious for having extremely high winds. So we're hoping we can time our arrival into when those winds are at their lowest, but we shall see.
First night shift, 3 on, 3 off. Just the two of us, and quite a long time last night. We had about 15 knots, 15 to 20 knots, steady breeze the whole night long, with the exact same sail configuration as when we started. So yeah, not much has changed up here. The only thing probably is that it's just getting used to falling asleep when you have your time off shifts. So that's sleeping at mid-afternoon, that's sleeping first thing in the morning. Yeah, so it might take us a day or two to get into that, but otherwise all is well on port.
It's 10 a.m. and it's beautiful sailing conditions, apart from Sarah just losing lunch across the galley floor, but she's already redone that, and we're having a beautiful sail at 8 knots. I think we're a quarter of the way to Cartagena. Now it's just the two of us, and it hasn't been the two of us for some downwind Atlantic sailing yet, so we've actually moved into the back cabin, and it is far comfier downwind in these rolly seas in the back cabin compared to the fronts. It was bloody weird last night. I was just sitting here playing a game of Jim Rummy on the iPad. The autopilot Russell was driving, and all of a sudden he just turned himself off, and the boat scoots over 90 degrees to the wind and 15 to 20 knots, and 2 metre waves we got. Jim started playing, like, what the hell's happening there? So we had to turn Russell off for a while and drive the boat. I'm guessing it's just overheated. It's not the first time it's happened to us. Hoping it's just that. It's not a serious issue. Forecasters for it to constantly build up to 30, gusting maybe even 40, 45. That is a day away, but it is 20 to 25 right now, so we thought we'd take the opportunity with daylight and smooth seas to swap from the small jib to the storm jib on the inner forestay, so we'll be set up for high winds when it comes. And it's a lot easier to do it now than to do it when you need to do it. Day 2, pleasant conditions, the odd alarm.
Unless we've just broken the world record for the fastest Oceanus 46 boat speed, I'd say there's something wrong with our chart plotter.
Lucky we've got backup, so we know what speed we're actually going.
Alright, now it's just showing off. And he's got a massive arrow to go with it.
Just finishing up my watch as the sun's setting. Leaving the Briggles at the helm. Hopefully get a few hours sleep as the waves and wind continue to build.
I'd be sitting in a rain squall on the morning of my birthday in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. Right, well now the wonderful rain has stopped and in the essence of filling in time on my morning shift, I have composed myself a wee little birthday song. Note that I don't do this every birthday. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. It's a day I will remember in the middle of the Caribbean Sea.
Well, I never said I would be the only boy in the world, and I never said I would be the only boy for you, girl.
It's the morning of the 19th. That means it's Sarah's birthday. And it's quite cold, so we're having porridge.
Yum!
And to stay warm, and you see behind us, it's windy. We've been having gusts up to 38 knots for the last 24 hours. And it's going to stay like this for 3 more days, so lucky us. Happy birthday, Sarah.
But your bleeding heart and your grand designs, you're all or nothing. You think you read our minds.
So we're roughly halfway from BVI's to Cartagena, and it's been a slightly rough trip so far. We've had about, I don't know, 25 to 30 knots the last day and a half. The first day was beautiful, 15 knot wind sailing, but then it's got rough since then. And we're looking forward at the forecast here on predict wind, and we can see here off Cartagena, off the north of Cartagena, this coast here, we got a gusts up to 46 knots and the wind constantly blowing 37, 38 knots. So the forecast there is extremely windy, so our plan is to stop short. We're going to come down the coast and then tuck into Santa Marta here and spend a night in Santa Marta to wait for the wind to drop off on I think is it Wednesday, so that we can make a little dash down the coast, and it will only be gusting 40 instead of 50. It's not the best news to have to stop short of the goal, but with just Sarah and I on board, we don't really fancy being out there in 50 knot gusts, and the sea state's particularly about 5 meters, and from what we've read and heard, that off the north there of Cartagena, the sea state can be pretty horrendous.
One step forward, have I found my place here? I look behind and see your faces. One step to open doors to the here and now, and you know that if I've lost my way, I will call you, and you know that every day away I feel you, I'm not gone.
Eddie's cooking me a birthday dinner.
What's on the menu?
Trying to cook a bit for dinner, honey. As long as I don't lose it. Some of your favourite: broccoli,
Yum!
peppers, onion, garlic, and a very unconventional pad thai.
What's that on your head?
Don't know, what is it? What's on my head? Is there something on my head? What is it? Happy birthday, Briggles.
Look at this deliciousness.
Birthday feast.
Yum! It was a fairly subdued and calm night last night. We've got about 5 knots less than the forecasted breeze, which is fantastic. So yeah, the waves are still rolling past, but it's super nice downwind, really nice angle. We're getting a fair amount of sleep, which is quite nice. We've still got the same sail combo that we have had for the last few days. So yeah, just the main out there and our little storm jib. And with kind of 20 to 23 knots, we're cruising along at 8.5 knots, so absolutely perfect. Couldn't ask for better, really. We're about 180 miles out of Santa Marta, and we are keeping an eye on the forecast. Fingers crossed the wind dies down enough so that we can keep going to Cartagena, which is our intended port of call. What's this Minot Prio boy having for breakfast?
Toast.
Good old Marmite. Do you want some Marmite with that butter? Crikey.
We shattered in the shadows of a backlit street. Backdrop to my next mystery.
We're currently in 25 gusting 30 knots. We've just entered the big compression area off Cartagena, where we have been expecting to see 50 knot gusts, but I think the forecast of the last day has been 5 to 10 knots less, so maybe we will see 40 knot gusts. But we've had the setup of 3 reefs in the main, the storm jib, and then the big jib poled out. And yesterday we had the full jib poled out, still with 3 reefs in the main. Just so we felt it was a lot more stable and safer for us, because with one person on deck and the other asleep, it's really easy to roll up the jib, and it's a lot more difficult to put a reef in the main. So with that, Sarah by herself on deck would be able to change the amount of power in the boat by just filling up the jib or pulling out some more jib if we want to go faster. And if we do get the predicted 40 knots, we've got the storm jib and 3 reefs all ready to go.
What you take and you take what you want, and you left it behind, and you throw it aside when you're done. And I never said I would be the only boy in the world. I never said I would be the only boy for you, girl. You got a bleeding heart.
We're finally getting the weather that's been forecasted.
Finally. I prefer not to have come. We've got I think 100 miles to go now, and the next 70 I think it's going to be 30 gusting 40, so hang on to your hats.
I've got some serious frizz protection going on here.
One way to fall, way to fall, way to fall. Inside these 4 walls, I am falling forward. Just one more step forward. Just one more step forward.
and it is a bit of an anticlimax really. We've had about 38 knots was our biggest gust, but otherwise it's been about a steady 30 to 35, which is not too bad, and the sea state's actually been quite fun. So lucky for us, no 40 to 50 knots, and no damage to the boat, fingers crossed. It's quite funny the process you have to go through to make these decisions, and how we just have no idea what it would be like when we actually got here. But in the end we kind of just kept an eye on everything, and it looked to be kind of doable and manageable, and so we took the risk, and luckily for us it paid off, but it doesn't necessarily always. Sometimes, like in our Atlantic crossing, the forecast is for 25 knots and you get 35 knots, so you just never know.
Dance floor, and you stare into my eyes. Are you looking for love or a little surprise?
Next time on Sailing Latitude, we welcome my boat novice parents on board and check out the town of Cartagena.
I'm never known to your words.